sitting in the living room with my father and my brother, and we heard something hit the top of the roof, just extremely loud. It was heavy. We go to the front of the door and we flip on the big light out there, the floodlight, and there is a creature. It just covered in black hair. And this creature jumped 20 feet distance and about 30 feet up into a palm tree.
You're listening to the Cryptid Creature Show with Todd and Brian. We're glad you're here, and we hope you're enjoying the show. Don't forget to visit our website at www.cryptidcreatures.net. By becoming a member, you'll get access to exclusive videos, members-only episodes, early, unedited, ad-free releases, and even a shout-out on an episode. Join us at www.cryptidcreatures.net, and thank you for supporting the show. This is the Cryptid Creature Show. I am Brian, and with me, as always, is my co-host Todd. What's up, buddy?
Hey, not too much, man. Just enjoying the warm weather in the summertime that's becoming finally out there. What about you?
Same, just chilling.
Got your pool open, I'm sure, and
pool's ready, man. And it's still a little chilly, but it's getting there.
Yeah, well, it's better to have it open than not, I guess, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we got a good show as always tonight. We got Steven from San Francisco area coming on tonight to talk about something that happened at their home, his parents' home, some creature that they saw. So,
yeah, I'm excited to hear it.
All right, you ready?
Yep, let's get him.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Hey, doing well. Thank you. Doing well.
Good.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you for having me.
Definitely.
That's our pleasure.
Great show. One of the best.
Well,
no
thanks.
doubt.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you ready to get started?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Do it.
All right. So, I did the math. I was about 21 years ago when I was 17 or 16. I'm 37 right now. And I was sitting in the living room with my father and my brother, and my mother was in her room, like resting or something. We're just watching TV, and we heard something hit the top of the roof, just extremely loud. It was heavy, something like, it wasn't like a raccoon or a possum or a cat. It was nothing like, it was like, hey, what the heck? Somebody's jumping on our roof, So, what's going on here? And we flip on. We go to the front of the door and we flip on the big light out there, the floodlight. And there is a creature. It just covered in black hair, crouched down. It was completely crouched down, like in a kneeling stance, right? So it jumped on the roof and then it landed right there. And I sent Todd a picture from how far it was, where it was at and where it jumped. And this creature jumped, I'd say a good 20 feet distance and about 30 feet up into a palm tree. And and it was like the size, from what I could tell by the way it was crouched down. It was like a man, like a big man, right? But covered in black fur, and I didn't get to see its face, unfortunately, but at the same time too, I don't know, but it jumped 20 feet distance and about 30 feet up into the top of the palm tree. And then I say to my father, I say, Dad, we, get the gun, Dad. Call the cops, or I don't know, I'm a kid, right? I'm like, do this. And he says, no, son, just let it be. And then we just went inside and he didn't want to, get the gun. He just let it be pretty much. And then asked my father, asked my brother, it happened. That was real. And, I did some research, maybe somebody had like a pet chimp or something, like a giant chimp. Chimps can't jump that high. I did the research. They cannot jump that high. They could do. No, this was. I believe what I read, Googled it. It was about 4 feet. They can jump vertical 4 feet. Okay, they can jump 20 feet long at a crouch. Not even running, just crouch down. 20 feet distance, 30 feet high, into the top of a palm tree. And it spooked the heck out of me. And I never forgot it. And I've told this story to my friends, and and I've never been one to lie. What do I have to gain from this? It happened. That was something else.
So this happened in Fresno, right? Or around Fresno?
Yes, sir. In Fresno. Yep.
Which people wouldn't think, wow, a Bigfoot in Fresno? What's going on with that, right?
Yeah.
Well, actually, you're not that far away from the Sierra.
That's right, not too far, and we're really close to the San Joaquin River area right there, where they could travel down from the mountains too. And whatever this creature was, it was definitely hopping from roof to roof, And
tell us a little bit about your demographics. You're mentioning some kind of trees around you. What kind of trees were those?
Sure. Well, we live with a lot of fig trees around us. We have some pine trees. A lot of palm trees are around us. We're pretty much in a suburban area. We got a high school down the street. We got a outside mall. I mean, this is not like deep woods or anything like this. We are we're in a suburban area, without a doubt.
It's one thing if you're out in the woods and you see something like that, but to see something right at your front porch or your front door.
Yeah.
In Fresno,
yeah,
right outside of Fresno, California. I mean, what the hell, right?
Yeah.
So what did you guys do after you went back inside?
I shook up. I was shook up. We were all shook up. Well, my dad actually, he stayed really calm. It was almost like he's experienced this before, and he stayed extremely calm. My brother and I will never forget it. And my dad, I was talking to my father not too long ago about this, and he's, oh yeah, I remember that, and something like that you'll never forget ever. And not gonna lie, I would love to experience that again.
Well, you're not that far away from where you can go to see it. So.
Yeah.
I'd just take a little day trip to the Sierras and hang out.
Yeah. Maybe go camping out there or something.
Yeah, you never know.
But that was something that will stick with me forever. Stick with us all forever.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely. And I had another thing I wanted to share with you guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So there's the cryptid experience that we experienced, and then here's another one. It wasn't just me that experienced, but it was my whole family. It was my mother, my brother, my sister, my father, and my aunt. And we had went to my uncle. My uncle, he was from the Sioux, I think it's how you pronounce it, tribe. He was Native American. It's Sioux. You guys know if I'm saying that right?
Yeah, that's right. Sioux.
Oh,
yep.
Great. So yeah, we went to his funeral. He had unfortunately committed suicide. And we went to their funeral and at my aunt's house, and she lives in Vancouver, Washington. And she has one of those long dinner tables, the long ones where one person sits at the end and the other person sits at the end, and you get, so we're all sitting around this long table, maybe about 10 feet long, right? And we're just about ready to eat. We say our prayer. And then all of a sudden, I mean, what happened? There was no way. The windows were closed. It was wintertime. Windows are closed and everything in the house. And even if the windows were open, this still wouldn't make sense. Right. And what had happened was a whirlwind, without moving any napkins or anything, was swirling around us of noises of of wolves and owls and like howling, and that lasted for about 10 seconds, right? 5 to 10 seconds. It was it felt like it was forever. And and then it stopped, and we're all like shook up about this, like, what's going on, And my aunt, she pretended like she didn't even hear anything. So that was interesting, Those are two things that have happened in my life that I'll never forget.
Do you think that was your uncle, saying hello?
100%, yes. 100%. you know. It definitely made me realize that there is a spirit world out there that is around us that we can't see, but it's there. It's there, you know. And yeah, that was pretty remarkable. Yeah.
So back to the Bigfoot one.
Yeah.
Why do you think he was? Why do you think he was there? Why do you think if he had all the mountains and all that area, why do you think he was in that neighborhood?
Oh, I came up with a little funny thing about that. Is maybe it was 'cause it wasn't giant like the stories that we've heard from the sightings that people have told. It was big, but it wasn't giant. But it was big enough. It was definitely the size of a large man. I think maybe it was a younger Bigfoot that was just say kind of running away from home.
Just out exploring.
Yeah. That's the only thing I could come up with.
So is wild oats, so to speak.
Yeah.
Eat a couple figs, eating some figs.
That's right. Hey man, them figs. That's some gourmet shit right there.
I'm telling you, we got a lot of orange trees around there and grapefruit and figs.
There you go.
And,
coconuts, figs, and oranges. I'd be coming down there to get some food too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as far as we know, it seems like they are vegetarian. I mean, we don't, unless, well, I don't know, but we don't hear too many stories of, hopefully not human meat.
We've heard a lot of stories about that. Well,
ooh.
They do.
We've heard some stories about that too. So
they're carnivorous. We know that. We're pretty sure. Yeah. We don't know that. Nobody knows, but we've heard stories of them hunting and killing deer, and people have seen them
stealing deer that people have shot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They're like us then,
Yeah, I think so. They eat it all. They're herbivores and carnivore and what is that? Omnivore, I guess it is.
Yeah, I believe so.
Me, Mr. Paleontologist.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, it does. Well, throw it on some fire at least, huh?
Until somebody listens to the show and goes, "You guys are wrong."
Right. Oh, by the way, Todd and Brian, it's not omnivore. It's
not omnivore. It's
exactly.
We love our listeners.
We love our listeners again.
And we love your show. That's for sure.
But I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Absolutely. I really do hope that you guys, I know you guys go out to the hot spots, and I hope that one day you guys can experience, and you're already believers.
What's the hope? Yep.
Yeah. Always make sure you carry protection though,
Always do.
Yep.
I wonder what would have happened if he would have gotten the gun, and we did call the cops or whatever, right? We would have all this lights from the cars, and he'd be up in there shooting at the tree.
They probably would have. I think the government would have showed up before any of that happened.
Yes, they would intercept
conspiracy theory here.
Yeah, but I always thought about that though. Like, what if he would have. My dad's he's a straight edge guy, and for some reason he had the feeling of just letting it be, just it didn't harm us. And I can tell you what, when I go to visit them and I'm outside or something having a brew or a smoke, if I hear something out there, okay, is that again?
That sounds like somebody who has had a run-in with them before.
Yeah. He might have, and I have yet to talk to him about that. And I wonder if he would even tell me, I wonder. I mean,
you never know.
Gosh, well, he experienced it too. So, I'll have to definitely talk to him about that.
Is your dad from that area too?
Born and raised. Mm-hmm. Yep. Born and raised.
So, when he was a kid, he could have been out running around the mountains and who knows?
Yeah. Exactly.
Is he a hunter?
No. Well, he did do a little bit of hunting, but not like somebody that is used like all the time hunting. But he did, yes. But not an avid hunter, But yeah, he spent a lot of time out there in the woods, in the country. We grew up on a farm, and it's very possible he's definitely might have seen something, to say, let it be, I mean, what would you guys do? If you were in my shoes or his shoes, would you have gone out there and at least put a flashlight on the tree or something, or I mean,
it's
what
hard
would you
to
guys
say.
do?
We say we want to see one, and people say, "Be careful what you wish for." But happening the way it did, it probably happened pretty quickly. You probably heard the boom on the roof.
Yeah.
And then you guys look outside and it's there in your walkway. And then all of a sudden, I mean, and within a split second, you shine the light on it or whatever you guys did, and it jumps into that tree.
Yeah.
20 feet up. And then where'd it go from there? Did you guys just go back inside right after that?
Just right back inside. And he, it's my dad. We live under his roof and we're kids, so he didn't let us go back out there. He's like, oh, no, you can go back out there. No, he's like, get your butts inside and you're not going outside tonight, right? So, he just pretty much was like, just let it be. And he had his reasons,
Yeah. So,
man.
Yeah, you need to have a talk with your dad.
I know, I'm going to.
And then let us know. Let us know what he said.
I most definitely will. Yeah, if he has something to tell us, I'll definitely let you guys know.
For sure.
I think it would take a lot to. So if you've never seen one before, and like you said, you thought maybe it was a monkey or something escaped from the zoo, you're not going to shoot that either unless it would attack you, right?
Right.
And to see something that looks more maybe human-like, you're going to be more in shock, right? And you're going to be like, "What the hell is that?" And let's get inside. This thing could be crazy. I don't know if a shotgun would do the job, depending on how big it was. So I don't blame you guys for doing what you did.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't know how if I'd have reacted any different than that. I think if it happened that fast, I mean, if they move that fast, you don't really have time to react to it.
He put Michael Jordan to shame. Let's put it that way, right? And the thing about it, it wasn't like. It kind of maybe would make sense if it had like a running start or something, but it was just crouched down, and it was the size of it too, it was like it'd be like a 7-foot man crouched down, but all covered in long black hair, and I don't even know if it was a Bigfoot. I mean, it could have been some kind of, the dog man or something, I mean, I do know that the Bigfoots move fast and they can jump like this,
Did you get a look at its face? Did you get
fortunately not. And it would just, right when we flipped on the light, the porch light, the floodlight, we saw it there and it was about 15 feet away from us, and we just stood right out there at the end of the door and I was like looking at it, like what the, at first it was like, is that a person, is that a person in like some kind of like a monster costume or something like that? Okay. That's possible. Right. But unless they had some kind of like rope,
unless they got
thing attached to
springs in their shoes or something.
Yeah. So when that creature jumped that high and that far, that really was it for us. That was like, if it can get from there to there that quick, and we're only about 10, 15 feet away from it, it could get to us super quick. So it was like we saw that, and it's like, okay, get inside. My brother, he's 2 years younger than me, so he's about 14, and he's got to protect his kids, but he didn't want to go. Maybe he didn't want anything to do with it either. Because shit, I don't want to lose my dad either. Got to be smart. With that,
right. So after this happened, did you guys go outside in the evening time anymore for a while? Did you stay inside? Were you worried about it coming back?
Oh yeah, definitely. Didn't hang around outside a lot after that at nighttime. But after time went by, my father reassured us so much that this thing, if it wanted to hurt us, it would hurt us. And so that kind of gave us comfort, but like I told you, even to this day, when I go to visit them over there, if I hear some it could be a possum or whatever, but I still, I go outside. I'm prepared too. It's just, something when something like that happens, like will I come across it again? Maybe, but so far nothing. No, yet. It's been quite some time, so must have went back home.
Yeah, we were talking before, and we thought that you showed us where you lived. We're not going to
sure
put that out there, but it is closer to the mountain range, but it's still in a residential area. And like you said, you've got all kinds of trees, fig trees, and did you say orange trees, some grapefruits and whatnot. So, those guys were definitely coming around there.
Definitely got a food source,
stocking up on food and fruits. But it probably followed the river down. Like we talk about that. Like we think these things follow rivers because they can stay hid easily within the rivers and the trees and everything around the rivers. And then apparently he was jumping from tree to tree or roof to roof to get where he wanted to be. Being a juvenile, like you said, he probably was. Maybe he just wasn't being as careful as he should have been. And that's kind of why you guys were alerted to him. But that jump in itself that you said, he went 20 feet out and 30 feet up into the tree. That's amazing power.
Absolutely.
You guys would probably never even got close enough to even try to shoot this thing if that's what you're trying to do.
No,
I do know there is people out there though that would jump at that opportunity to try to bag one, and
unfortunately,
even at my age right now, I would go an owner too, and I don't know if I would want to do that, personally. That's my own thing, I get it, some people, want to have a body of one. I was thinking too, how come we don't find any of their the bodies of them? Well, they're smart, and I guarantee you that they bury their own.
We've talked about that before on the show.
Yeah, and that makes sense. But
or they eat their own, one of the two.
That's
possible.
I mean, what do monkeys and apes do in the wild when another one dies? I think they eat
chimpanzees eat them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Those things are brutal.
Gorillas don't because they don't eat meat, but chimpanzees are they're nasty.
Yeah, they're gnarly. You definitely don't want to have one as a pet as an adult chimpanzee. No. That's for sure. It's like I've heard stories of chimpanzees becoming like 6 feet tall, 200, 300 pounds. I mean, I'm sure you guys have heard that too. Like, the alphas can be 6 feet tall. But like I said, I did their research and that they do not jump like that. They just don't. They don't. They can swing from branch to branch, but not from a standstill. No way.
Right.
Yeah.
Brian, you brought up an interesting point. Gorillas don't eat meat, but chimpanzees will. Why do we have any thoughts on why you think that is? I mean, it's just different. They're the same kind of creature.
Well, I mean, not really. No,
not too much.
Where us and chimpanzees are closer together than us and gorillas.
Mm-hmm. It's just strange.
So they're more like humans than any other animal.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they eat meat and they're just like us.
Mm-hmm.
They eat everything.
They do,
mm-hmm.
And but guys.
And they'll kill just to kill. Just like people.
Yeah, just like people. Exactly.
So.
Brutally. They're brutal. I mean, I've heard stories of male chimpanzees coming into another family of chimpanzees and the male taking out the alpha male or whatever, or the alpha male taking out the other alpha male and just ripping off parts, genitalia, face. They're just brutal about it. They have no remorse at all. They're just like, they want to kill you, they're going to kill you, and that's it. I don't think the Bigfoot's that way.
I don't think they are either. I think if they were to kill, it would be out of defending their territory or their family. I don't think they do it just because.
There was gosh, I wish I could. I know you guys probably seen this one. I wish I could think of the name of it. It was they went into a cabin and they had like accidentally killed one of the baby Bigfoots, and it was, oh gosh, I'm trying to think of the name right now. and the Bigfoot came after him big time with a vengeance. It was such a good one. Oh gosh, I wish I could think of it right now.
That's all right. If you remember,
Yeah.
you can let us know. You can shoot us an email or text us.
I almost definitely will. You guys will have to check it out. Yeah, that was a good one. You know, it kind of showed you they would normally leave you alone unless you mess with one of their family. You know, and that's probably why my dad said just leave it be. You know, just leave it be.
Good point.
It could be.
Maybe he thought more would be coming. You know, if that happened.
Yeah.
You may want to ask your dad if he didn't see.
You need to
before.
talk to your dad.
I'm going to. Yeah,
I'm thinking he has. I'm thinking
for sure.
For the way, yeah.
Or he just knew that they existed for some reason, whether someone else told him or he saw something just in a shadow move or something. He felt confident that those things are real.
Right.
What'd your brother say about it? You said he was freaking out?
Oh, yeah. Gosh, yeah. I mean, I was freaking out too. Yeah, we both were freaking out. And, you know, I was talking to him a few days ago. I told him I was going to be talking to you gentlemen on the podcast, and they're looking forward to, you know, listening to it as well.
Good.
But yeah, oh yeah, and yeah, he let's say he never forgot that, you know, and he never will. And it's something that we've been sharing the story to our friends, you know, and other family members. And I gotta tell you, I'm glad I got to experience it.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, it wasn't a frightening, so to speak, experience. Wasn't like you ran face to face with this thing in the middle of nowhere in the woods, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we had a wood door and a screen door and guns in the house just in case, you know. I mean, yeah, we weren't in a tent in the middle of the forest or anything like that. That would be yeah. I mean, or if it was facing us, you know. It's wild that it how it landed on the roof. It's like it was probably on a tree prior to that. I mean, we have these big trees around our home too. So it was probably up on a tree, and it just jumped. Gosh, I mean, told you how far the thing jumps, and it probably just jumped off of there. And the force that it landed on the roof, that was enough to be like, what the heck, you know? Like even if somebody was to jump like off of like a tree and land on it, was more force than that. Is what I'm trying to say. It was heavy. It was like boom, you know, like almost break the roof almost, you know.
Surprised it didn't.
Yeah, I'm glad it didn't. It would have landed in the living room or watching TV. That would be bad.
It must have hit a stud or something, because it could have come right through.
Oh man, then I would have a story to tell you. Hopefully,
yeah. 2 Bigfoot legs just hanging down in your living room, going back and forth. You could have tickled his feet. Hey.
Oh man.
Did you notice any smell when you guys were outside seeing this thing?
No. I mean, if there was, gosh, I can't remember that part. You know, there might have been, but it was just too much in shock.
I wouldn't think. Yeah, if it was that fast, they wouldn't have had a chance for.
You know, that was quite some time ago, and I mean, we did have. Gosh, I don't even know if we had I don't know if those were the Nokia phones. Remember those Nokia phones, the prepaid ones? Yeah. I think those might have been during those days, but even if it happened now, I don't know if I would be able to get my phone out to take a picture, because when it happens, it happens so like you don't really think about grabbing your phone, you know.
Yeah, I think because the human brain, when it sees something like that, it's so slow to respond, because you're trying to reason, like maybe it's a bear, maybe it's a big dog, or maybe it's something else that I know is real. Sure.
Like it doesn't make sense, you know, when you see something like that. Your brain is like, you're trying to put it together, you know.
Right.
You're trying to figure out like, what the heck is this? And you know, that like I said though, once it did that jump, okay, it's time to go inside. You know, it's just a remarkable thing.
Do you think they still come around your parents' place? Is it possible? Are the fruit trees still there? Are they abundant?
Yeah, absolutely. And I absolutely. Well, I could tell you right now that it was there, and there's no reason why it couldn't come back. You know,
that's true. They probably wait till nighttime now.
Yeah. And
I would.
Like, don't jump on that roof, whatever you do.
Don't go there.
Well, yeah, because we did catch it, with the light. We saw it. So it knew it saw it. It knew that we saw it.
Right.
The light turned on and it was just there, and it could hear us. We opened the door and it knew that we saw you, and then that's why it did what it did.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, I hope you guys get to experience something like that. Nothing crazy, violent, like trying to come after to eat you guys or anything. But
I hope not either.
Yeah, I don't want that either. Yeah.
Some of the stories that the people come on to tell were saying, hey, even my shotgun or my 50 cal or 45 is not going to stop this thing. Some of these, they get so big.
I should tell you right there how big these things get.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I love hearing the stories, because I know from firsthand experience that, hey man, like that's real, and I hope everybody gets to experience something like that at least once.
If that would have never happened, Stephen, growing up where you grew up, would you have believed in Bigfoot just in general, do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would, I think there's creatures out there that we just don't know about, this definitely made me a believer for sure, without a doubt. And people I've told the story to, because I've told them with my father and my brother, they're, all together, and they know my dad's not going to be a liar like that. He's a stand-up dude, he's not going to be like, oh yeah. So yeah, I think I've gotten a lot of people to be believers now. Yeah.
Well, you're a knower. You're not a believer. You're a knower because you actually
you're a knower. You've seen it.
That's right, man. That's right. On both things, man.
And you had witnesses.
Thing, and yeah, that was the cool thing too. See, that's the cool thing, is it wasn't just me. And
right.
if you just asked any of them without me being around, just came, hey, they'd be like, yeah, I've experienced that. So it was something that we'll never forget.
Was your mom home when this happened?
Yeah, she was in her room. Obviously, when we came back in, we told her, hey, it was kind of late. I guess you would say maybe around, not too late, maybe 8:00, something around there. It wasn't too cold outside, so I'd have to say, gosh, maybe around springtime, somewhere around or autumn, maybe November or October. So it wasn't cold when we went outside. So
Okay.
That might be another reason they were there too, because the weather was nice, in the area.
Stocking up for winter.
Yeah,
that's right.
The fruit was abundant at that time, and they wouldn't take advantage of it. I would probably go over to your parents' property. I would probably pick a bunch of apples or have a bunch of whatever.
Yeah.
And I would set up a trail cam. Now, I don't know if this would work. I hear people try this all the time, but you never know. Those things are still lurking around up there. Or maybe try to find a pathway that they're coming down from. Look for footprints, maybe.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. I would actually love to do that, because I'm telling you, like, there is a lot of vegetation around there that they can eat, and we got the trees to put the cameras in. I mean, that would be something to catch it. Could you imagine if I caught that and I send that in to you guys? That'd be awesome.
That'd be
amazing.
Yeah,
that would be huge.
I'm gonna try. Yeah,
we'd all love that.
Do it.
You love it.
There's got to be there's got to be a trail close somewhere around there where they're coming down through.
Absolutely.
So just find that and go from there.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes me think, if it did come through the river area, like, I mean, it just hopped from tree to roof to tree. I mean, I wonder if anybody else experienced that too, it'd be something
That's another thing to ask your neighbors.
That guys are going to go around knocking on the neighbors. Hey, you guys, 20 years ago, I should have did that sooner, but yeah.
You guys ever say,
hey, in the last, 20 years or so, have you noticed anything?
Yeah, I'm like, well, you know what? You know what? If they did, they would not forgotten it. That's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, if you see one, you're never going to forget it.
That's right. They would remember. They would remember. But it was a fun experience, Yeah.
Did you ever see like the Patterson-Gimlin film before you saw this creature? Did you see anything about Bigfoot, or did you?
Oh yeah. I've been watching. I'm a big horror movie fanatic, and Bigfoot movies, and that's my thing. I love it. And so this was just like the, what do you call it, the cherry on top of the pie or whatever, right? To be able to actually experience something like that.
Yeah. Plus, you're not far away from Ground Zero, man. You're not far away from.
I know.
From Patty at all over there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. There's a gentleman
north a little bit.
Yeah. Over by, especially in Sanger area, there's, oh gosh, there's so many orange fields and fruits and vegetables. And there's been sightings out there. This guy's got his own YouTube page out there that he had a sighting too, but his sighting was more of he considered it more of a werewolf type looking creature. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. And, I was talking to Todd, and I'll try to get a hold of him to contact you guys, because you guys are going to like what so once he experienced it, he was all in it, made a YouTube page and everything. And, he experienced, like a wolfman creature, really. It was moving fast too, like I was saying this thing moved, so
yeah, the good old dog man. That's
dog man, your favorite one.
My favorite.
Yeah, Todd's favorite.
That reminds me, I gotta still buy that bigger gun.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm serious. I mean,
do it before we get up into Michigan.
Yeah.
For real.
That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's a great thing to think about, as far as, if there's a fruit field, if there's trees around with apples, oranges, what have you, it's an easy pick for these guys. Yeah, they're going to come, and especially right near the mountain range.
Yeah,
they're going to be there. They're going to be lurking around. There's probably footprints all over the place if you went to this orchard or whatever this guy has.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, guys, we're not that, especially over there. We're not far from the sequoias. We're right there. Yeah, we're right there all by the mountains, and
you're not far away from
a
lot of action.
Yeah, and they like to venture down here, I guess, into the suburbs. That's a good one. The suburbs, right? You never think,
right? Yeah.
It's like going out there.
Really?
How close is the river to your dad's or your parents' property?
About 3 miles. Mm-hmm. About 3 miles. Yeah, and the river, I think that area, it's kind of dried up. Actually, it has been for quite some time, but it's about I would say 2 football fields long, maybe 3 football fields long, and about 100 feet deep. That area right there, that would lead into where Millerton Lake is, and there's plenty of room for something to be traveling through there, no doubt about it.
A lot of cover there. A lot of brush.
Oh yeah, big time. Big
start
time.
There.
Yep. I'll have to. I don't know, Todd, if you still have that picture that I sent you.
We do.
Good. We could put it on on the Facebook page, fan page, and then people can kind of get an example of where the chair is. So anybody listening right now that will look at it from where the wooden chair I placed to the top of that palm tree, that's how high and far it jumps. So, anybody that looks at it will see it. So
yeah, with your permission, when we post your episode, we'll put the pictures out there. Beautiful. Everywhere, and people can go look at where it. So you set a chair. You sent us the picture. You set a chair in your front walkway.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's kind of like trees on both sides of that. So it was standing there between some kind of trees, some pine trees, maybe, I can't remember. And then you also sent a picture of the other side view where the chair was, and then where the big tree that it jumped into.
Yeah.
And then I went on Google, and I think Brian probably did too. And we zoomed in and looked around, and there's a lot of trees, a lot of cover there. And if they're full of fruit, I can guarantee you they're still coming around there.
I'll tell you, I always watch my back when I go visit there at nighttime if I go out for a smoke.
Yeah. Yeah, be careful.
They could be just watching, you don't even know it.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think they want to harm us, though. Or at least these ones.
I don't think so either.
I mean, we've heard different stories of different types of, well, it's just like people, different types of Sasquatch, different types of people. So most people are good. Like, I'm guessing most Sasquatch are good, right? And then you got your bad apples too, though, right? The ones that that are out to get you type.
Yeah, ones that are vengeful about some reason or something, or maybe humans killed some of their family. I know there's military action against these guys from time to time. We've heard a lot of stories where there's just some bad ones out there causing problems, and they'll send some military guys in to take them out.
Yeah, I believe that 100%. I've heard some of those too, even on different. The Travel Channel has a lot of good. You guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah, they got a lot of good.
We watch those.
Oh man, yeah, they got a lot of good stories that people that tell, and the Skinwalker stories too. And I mean,
Tubi has a lot of good documentaries on it.
Yeah.
Excellent. Tubi is excellent for anything you need for Bigfoot and documentary.
Yeah. This is not sponsored by Tubi at all.
No, not at all. Yeah,
no, but they could if they
wanted.
wanted.
If Tubi's listening.
Exactly.
Hey,
no,
Tubi.
it is though. Yeah. But no, that's right. They are good at that. They have all the good stuff for that, for sure. Yeah, indeed.
I would say that the Dogman, I think the reason that it's probably more aggressive or would kill someone is, I mean, look at a wolf. Look at a wild wolf or a wild dog. Even wild dogs can become very vicious and will attack and kill people.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't a Dogman do the same thing?
Yep. It's wolf, dog, especially wild. Yeah, why not? Right.
That's what they are. They're killing machines. That's what they are.
Exactly. I still think that they're some kind of the government mixing DNAs and creating these creatures, and then dropping them off. I mean, we talk about these national parks, right? And how you can't build any homes there. It's like, hey, what are they protecting there, right? There's something going. Is it just the wildlife? Oh, I don't know. I don't think so. I think there's a little more to it than that.
Absolutely. These protected wildlife preserves and all that, they're not just protecting deers.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Exactly.
Or groundhogs or whatever. They're not just protecting those. And I wish that was, I mean, I guess that's the most logic explanation.
Yeah.
Government created, mixing DNA. I would think that would make the most sense.
Right.
But I don't know. There's so many out there running around loose, supposedly. Yeah. Obviously they're breeding. If that's the case. So I don't know, but they are popping up more and more and more lately. Brian and I are both hearing.
We're getting a lot more stories about Dogman lately.
I mean, Dogman is the new Bigfoot nowadays, believe it or not,
I don't want to run into one.
I don't either.
No way, man.
I don't either. I grew up watching the werewolf movies, man. I don't want to see one of those.
Yeah. I'll take Bigfoot over Dogman.
For sure.
Seeing them, I think the Dogman is more a wild, vicious animal, a vicious creature.
Right.
And Bigfoot is more like us, I believe, even more intelligent, maybe, supernatural or something,
Well, at least in their domain, they are, they're like wood ninjas. They know exactly where to go, what to do, how to do it. And,
exactly.
And they know when we're out there. They know when we're around.
Yeah.
Big clumsy. Here come the big clumsy humans again.
Yeah.
Making noise.
Knocking on the trees and whooping at us like they think we're going to answer them.
Yeah.
I'm over here.
Exactly. I would, what I would like to experience though is the roar of the Bigfoot. I hear that it actually, you can feel it through your body. Like it's something that it's not like a bear or a lion. It's different. It's louder. It trembles out through your whole body. I mean, that would be something to experience.
I'm just going to say it again. You live right there by them. I mean, you're not that far away from the Sierras. So you could be the next Ron Moorhead. Take a recorder and head out there in the mountains.
I would love to do that. We'll do that.
Get your brother and go out. Would your brother go out with you?
I believe he would.
Yeah.
I believe he would. Yeah.
Take some guns.
God, I wish I lived out there.
Yeah. Big time.
Take some shotguns with you. Just
absolutely. Absolutely.
Don't go out alone. And
gosh, no.
You never know what you might see.
Yeah, take a couple people with you. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. This is what I'll do. is
take rifles. Don't take shotguns. Take rifles.
No,
big rifles.
I'll say bring it like 5 or 6 of the guys, or something. But you know what would be a really good. This is my best idea right here. Body cam. Wear a body cam. That way, because when you see something like that, you're not going to think to get your camera phone or your phone on, but if you had a body cam on, you would.
I thought about that too. Even one of those little GoPro things, like
sure.
they have the
GoPro,
they have the thing you put on your chest.
Yeah, that'd be perfect, like a GoPro, and go out there and see what you. I really do believe you guys are going to come across one soon here, and that'll be something,
Yeah, we're trying. We're definitely trying. I think I have a theory on the camera thing, and this might sound weird, but I think they can detect frequency, and I think they use frequency.
Oh, yeah, I think so too.
We talked about this, how they can kind of
we have talked about this.
Appear invisible, and I think the cameras nowadays that have the the digital and use that kind of frequency, I think they can detect that and they know. But if you take like an old Polaroid or what Patty was filmed with, that wasn't digital. That
sure.
That wasn't detectable in that way. So I think if you have that on you, or even maybe a cell phone, if they don't, they can even pick up on you faster. Not that it matters. That's why people say, "Oh, they're all blurry." Well, maybe it's because frequency that's going on with these things.
They know it. They can feel it.
They can feel it, and they put up.
So they can move.
Mm-hmm. That's just kind of a weird theory. I'm probably full of crap, but
no, I don't think so. I don't think so. I've heard stories about like they're picking up on like radio waves, like even we can't
and the IR stuff on these nighttime cameras now.
Yeah, and gosh, I mean, I would not be surprised if they do not, if they do pick up on that for sure, gentlemen, if my phone dies, I had it charged, but something's wrong with my phone. It's almost done.
Well, we'll go ahead and we can wrap it up. I mean,
well, yeah, we're about.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I just want to let you know if it cuts off, it's not me hanging up on you or anything.
Well, we want to thank you.
Well, let's end it. Let's end it right before that.
Yeah.
People don't think, they just got sick of that guy and cut him off.
I got the old iPhone 6 and I need to upgrade it.
Yeah.
You're about 10 years behind there, buddy.
I know.
Catch up.
I know.
My family makes fun of me for having an iPhone 11. I mean, for goodness sake.
Well, don't feel too bad anymore.
Is your screen about that big around?
Yeah.
Can you see your screen at all?
No, it's pretty good. It's good enough for me.
I mean, it looks good.
Hey, you might be able to get a good picture of Bigfoot with that because it's probably so old,
Yeah, if I was old, it wouldn't detect
it. That's real.
Bigfoot's like, he's just got an iPhone. He's got an iPhone 6.
That's good. Yeah, that's real.
Oh man, we want to thank you for coming on and talking to us. That was great. It's good having you on. It was some good fun stuff.
Those were some great stories.
Thank you. It was a pleasure talking to you both too as well. And like I said, if anything else comes around, I'll be calling you guys. No doubt about it.
Get out.
Let us know what your dad says if you talk to him.
Yes, I will definitely give you guys an email text and let you know. I'll be back to visit him this weekend for the last Supercross.
Okay,
race, so
cool. All right.
Yeah,
look for some footprints or something while you're there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys have a wonderful day. Okay.
You too, Steven.
All right, Steven. Thank you,
buddy.
Thank you. Take care, guys.
Can you imagine jumping 20 feet? What do you say? 20 feet and 30 feet up? Just from the ground to the top of that tree. The power of these things are amazing.
Yeah.
At the least.
I mean, what's going through your mind when you see something like that? That's crazy.
Right. Him and his dad and his brother to see it and there, getting some fruit, hanging out, jumping on the roof, seeing what's going on, I guess, huh?
I guess. Checking out the wildlife.
I'm glad we talked to Steven.
I'm too. That was a good one. I enjoyed that. And he's not far from Ground Zero there.
No, he's not really. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Shout out and thank you to the listeners, guys. We appreciate it, as always.
We appreciate all of you. Thank you.
Brian, another good episode. Great hanging out with you again, my friend.
Always, man. Always fun.
All right. Till next time.
Yep. See ya.